Hello and welcome back to Doom 2016. We've just exited the freezer and now we're back into the frying pan.
Why does
Like,
Argand Noir sounds like a Ben and Jerry flavor?
no, no, that sounds like
Because it does.
no. That if that you know, if it was an ice cream flavor, it would be the spiciest ice cream that Ben and Jerry's has ever made.
Yeah, it's kind of like that time when Lay's made brimstone flavored chips.
I'm not gonna lie. I would kind of want to try that. If only for if only for like the spiciness factor of it.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. I'm personally not really a chips person myself. I do like to purchase myself a bag of chips every now and then, but I've always been more into the licorice. That's a local product. That's something that only the Dutch can really get behind.
Licorice.
Yeah, but we it's kind of different. It's not like how the British people know it, but what we call it a drop. That's not something anybody that isn't Dutch would understand. I think licorice is kind of a translation error, but I'm not a language aficionado. I just know the difference between your and your.
Good. Well, to be fair, I'm not really the biggest fan of licorice. Depending on the licorice, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with Nate. It's okay. It's okay, but too much is kind of just too much.
I mean, I'm prone to just eating bags full of this stuff, but a lot of the times when I do eat a lot of it, and I mean too much of it, I do find myself needing to drink something,
Hmm.
which you should do anyway. You gotta hydrate before you dihydrate.
I was gonna say
Why do we need this? Why do we need the shot of the mat?
I wanted to see what I was looking at, and also you keep forgetting that I have a really high tendency to just keep looking at maps when there isn't a
No.
mini map.
To be,
I get that, but you were in midair. Were you
That was
trying
a-
to
that-
do that cool?
No, that was I think that was honestly like a misclick.
to be fair, I'm also kind of prone to checking the map a lot when I'm playing games by myself.
Yeah, I am too. I am too.
There's a lot of things where I feel like if I'm recording, I'm doing it a bit too much. So like I always feel like when I'm recording, I'm checking the map too often, I'm moving the camera too often, or the camera isn't at the right place. It's it's the kind of thing where I'm definitely more working on it than the audience. It's just the kind of thing where, as weird as it sounds, I get kind of insecure about it.
I'm just looking. I'm just like,
Yeah.
give me. It's like, come on, man, come down. Anyway, you were saying?
That's why I hate flying enemies in shooters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the same time, just looking at that and I'm just imagining. Like,
Yeah, it's comedy.
I'm just imagining like Doom Guy as like a small child trying to reach like the cookies on the top shelf. It's like, you know.
Or basically any short person at a convenience store. Hi, short persons, we love you.
God damn it, Edgy.
What, I said I love them. That's not even that's not even an innuendo. That's just short people are genuinely awesome.
Yeah, seriously, I like, yeah.
So I take it the end of the stage is the big glowing light.
I mean, you could say that.
Also, I do like how one of the challenges.
Mega! Those are just basic enemies.
I don't give a fuck. I got
Those
I
are
got
basic enemies.
I got fucking I got ammo.
Yeah,
Melee then.
I got ammo, and I'm pretty confident in my. And see, look, I got fuel. There's fuel for the frickin' chainsaw, so I'm good.
I do like how
This is-
one. I do like how one of the challenges for this level is called Big Redacted Gun.
I know,
They're-
right?
They know they know about the name and they're making it clear that they know. That's one thing I
No,
always love.
But it already knew about it. As soon as they made the original Doom from 1993, they fucking knew.
Yeah.
So
Did the
if you-
original Doom come out before the Big Friendly Giant?
yeah. The book,
Right.
The Break Friendly Child. Yes.
Yeah, the book. I don't think there was a movie and then a book. Usually the book comes first.
Yeah. 100%. The Doom came out after the Big Friendly Giant.
Although that does kind of makes me wonder, were there any cases where the book came after the movie? Like, I know there were a bunch of times when a game would get like a book series or a novel series, but did that ever happen to a movie?
I think rarely, but I don't really know any examples off the top of my head. But
Yeah.
I think it does. I think it has happened.
Yeah.
And I've never really read the BFG book, but the movie is kind of shit.
Yeah. I never
I
well,
missed.
there you go. I never read the book myself. When I was doing book reports for English class, at one point I was given or lended the book by my cousin, my uncle and aunt, who have like a really huge library of international books. But I decided to make my book report of the Hunger Games instead because it was 2015. Of course I was going to do the Hunger Games. I was only a teen in that time.
I mean, yeah, that makes. I mean, yeah, like you saw an opportunity and you seized it.
It wasn't even an opportunity. It was just I was a teen, and the Hunger Games was the hot book to read. It was just a sign of the times.
It was a hot book to read because the movie came out.
I think Catching Fire was a movie that came out around that time, or was it Mockingjay? Part one.
Mockingjay Part 2 was in 2015. Part 1 was a year prior.
I could swear that Part One came out in 2015. Like I
Nope,
recall
that was
being
Part
in,
2.
Right. Like I've seen Part One in the movie theater back in the day. Was it in the movie theaters around the same time as Lego Batman the movie was?
No.
Like I know that
Mocking-
I know that my father and my younger brother went to see this kids movie, and I went along with them because at the same time, Mockingjay Part 1 just happened to be airing as well. Something similar actually happened recently when I went to Day One Asylum Place while my father and pretty much half
Anyway.
the cousins in the family went to see Despicable Me.
Actually, by the way, you were actually really close with the Lego Batman thing. Mockingjay Part 1 came out the same year as the first Lego movie.
Okay. Then they would... Wait, the Lego movie, so not the Lego Batman movie, but the Lego movie?
Yeah,
It's the same universe. It's the same universe because it's the same Batman.
it's
Right.
Will Arnett Batman.
Yep.
Who, might I add, is a really funny depiction of Batman.
It really is.
Yeah.
No parents. Sorry. It's like hilariously. It's just hilariously on the nose
It really is.
for the
Yeah.
sake of it. And it's also just.
And it doesn't feel obnoxious. Not obnoxious. Like it obnoxious make fun of it. They're having fun with it, but they do respect the source material.
So you would
Which-
say that it's more of a fun for all the family, not fun for the children kind of Batman?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the Lego movies are. Fun for the whole family.
Then I guess I should probably give Lego Batman a chance. We got I think we got a Blu-ray for Lego Batman. So I might as well just give it a shot. I'm not losing anything out of it. I mean, what else am I gonna do? Play more GTA 5?
I mean, what you could do is watch it in Dutch.
I'm not going to... God damn it. You know I resent my own language.
I know. That's why I said it, because it's funny.
Yeah. Well, what's your definition of funny is triggering my PTSD.
My bad.
But no, basically, I want to see Mockingjay Part 1 in movie theaters, and one thing I do remember quite fondly from it is that I was actually given a poster when I went to the movie theater, which was quite a lovely surprise, and that poster hung above my bed for like quite a long time. And this was in a time when I didn't realize that having a poster above your bed was actually pretty sus.
I mean, every teenager did that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I don't
Hell,
I don't think every one of them did, but it was a common thing to do. It might still be.
I mean, hell, when I was like 6, I had like a big ass poster of the of just like of the SpongeBob movie, the first one, like hung on my wall.
Yeah, but the SpongeBob movie was an event. Let's keep it at that.
Oh yeah, it was. I was kind of. It was a shame I didn't get to watch that in theaters when it was new, because I was too scared of going to the movie theater.
Ah.
Because of my ultra high sensitive hearing.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. So, cause some of those can get really loud.
Yeah, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, it seems like movie theaters are on a quest to give everyone their visitors tinnitus.
Oh.
Yeah, because Nate, you would probably not enjoy watching FNAF in theaters.
I don't think anybody would enjoy watching FNAF in theaters, let's be real.
I was gonna say, like, I don't think anyone would, no matter if anyone's like hearing is sensitive or not.
No, they don't do the screeches.
Well,
Yeah.
then it's inaccurate. It's not accurate to the source material. Why the fuck would anybody watch it?
No. Because
it would be
it's a good
annoying.
movie. No, it's a good movie.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure it is, but I never cared a lot about Five Nights at Freddy's.
I didn't either, but I still watched the movie out of curiosity. It's a really good adaptation. Like, I'm kind of on par with the Sonic movies.
And Mario.
And Mario.
Right.
Mario. Which I still need to watch that one.
I mean, I do know that my younger brother wants to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. The only problem that there is, and if it wasn't for this one major problem, I would have actually gone to the movie theaters to see it with him. It's 16 plus here.
Yeah, that makes
Wait,
sense.
the Mario movie?
No,
No,
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that royally makes sense.
Oh yeah, but why is it 13 and up in the United States?
It's not 13. It's PG-13 in the U.S., but yeah, I see what you mean.
Well, that is 13 and up, right?
Yeah, but it's not what it's actually called. But semantics and all that. But who gives a fuck? But yeah, it is PG-13 in North America.
Yeah, like usually it's the other way around. A movie would be higher age restricted in the United States. Case in point, Straight Outta Compton. That movie is R-rated in the US, but in the Netherlands, it's 12 and up. And
Why is it?
And that movie has like tits in it and all.
And also the hard R and everything, everywhere.
Yeah.
to be fair, in a movie like that, the hard R is to be expected.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
See now,
just like a peace movie.
see now, if it was 16 plus in Europe, that would also make more sense.
Nope, the unrated cut is 12 and up. We just we just really don't care. It might also have something to do with how it's a rather negative chapter of US history and not European history, and maybe for like historical relevancy it might be like that. But my headcanon is we just don't care.
I just want to say, like, my headcanon for that is tweens in the UK, or specifically Europe, are hardcore.
I don't think that the UK age rating and the Dutch age rating are the same. I don't think there's a movie age rating like there is with Peggy throughout the entirety of Europe.
Yeah, film ratings in Dutch in the Netherlands, I think use the same thing as everywhere else in Europe, except for the UK.
No, actually, if I recall correctly, we only share one with Belgium, and even then there is some like regional.
And Germany?
No, Belgium.
I thought
Germany has a whole different problem with age ratings, and that's what they have their own, and I feel like cases of severe violence or implied violence are a bit more heavily censored in there. So stuff like Fortnite, you need to be 16 and up for. Overwatch is 16 and up, and the PEGI rating for those two is 12 and up.
Encouraging 12-year-olds to get their parents' credit cards to get some V-Bucks.
No, it's not even because of that. It's just simply because guns.
Well, yeah, that's kind of a given.
If anything, the only country that prevents children from fetching the old credit card is actually the Netherlands and Belgium. The Netherlands and Belgium at one point made a stink about micropayments, especially the ones with randomized elements in it. That's a reason why in here I couldn't. I had to do a couple of workarounds to play Phantasy Star Online 2. It's why if I go to the eShop, I couldn't download Ninja Light. It's just not in this region.
Europe's gambling laws are very strict compared
The
to the
Netherlands
US, where
gambling
it's
laws are getting very strict.
that's why I'm saying, like, I don't think it's just the Netherlands that is just very strict. I think it's just Europe in general.
No. If
Really?
if you're in Germany, you can download Phantasy Star Online 2. You can download Ninjala and probably a lot of other games that have gambling-like elements in it.
Look,
I think
the main culprit is the US is like the most loose when it comes to gambling laws in video games.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's. I'm pretty sure that every country has one reason or another to suck.
And I
Like
mean,
there is no perfect country
no.
that is the right kind of loose with the laws. Because let's be real, the laws are still there for a reason. They need to be there. It's just why are they so different? Why is it that we haven't reached a global agreement to what is wrong and what is right? And it's simply because there is regional difference in how people are. And the reality is that
because being a good person is very, very hard.
Yeah, and the reality is that I do feel like, movies or games that have a lot of gun violence should be higher age ratings in America, but only because weapons are significantly easy to get in America, particular.
Yeah.
So anyway, enough about mindless violence, and let's go back to mindless violence.
I thought you were gonna say enough about talking about mindless violence. Let's just keep looking at mindless violence.
Same different.
It's not,
Also, the way Doomguy was sticking that thing in the orb, did it remind you guys of like starting a car? The way he was twisting it.
A little bit.
what? Just igniting the engine?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, kinda, but
Vor.
not real. It's not really Vor if he was dead. If he was
mean-
already dead.
Okay, true. The only time we've done Vor is in Ape Escape. Alright, I get it.
and here, twice.
Right. You know, I should do Bayonetta 2. There's a stage there's a chapter in that game where you get like eaten by big fish.
Well, are you doing that first, or are you doing Bayonetta 1 first?
Well, obviously I'm doing Bayonetta 1 first, and then there's going to be a bit of a pause because we're not going to do like 2 games with the same series back to back. I mean, that would be silly, wouldn't it, Ben?
Yeah, that would be, and it would also be really it would also get really repetitive.
Wouldn't it, Ben?
Shut up.
What the fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you on about? What did Ben do that was so repetitive? When it...
Spyro.
He's talking
Spyro
about
2,
the Spyro
and Spyro
playthrough.
3.
Oh, duh! I'm in. Oh, fucking hell! I'm in dumbass. Why the fuck?
It's alright. It's alright. We're all a little bit of dumbasses here.
But I'm like the most stupid out of all of us.
Well, to be fair, you weren't a part of us back then.
Well, now that I am, I can safely say that I'm the most consistently stupid.
I'd say ignorant.
No, there's a difference between ignorant. There's a difference between being ignorant and then being stupid.
Yeah, but you didn't know, so that's not stupid.
It feels like I should have. It kind of feels like I should have known, but at the same time,
Look, when we recruited you, we didn't require you to have like a split screen squad knowledge test. Because let's be real, if we did make a test like that, both Ben and I would fail at it. Considering how much we've done. It's too much to remember. Alright? We shouldn't look into the past. We should move on. And occasionally make jokes about our past. Because the reality is, back then, we sucked. And right now, we suck. And for whatever reason, we're still doing it. And it's only so we can get better. Because that's how content creation goes.
And to be fair, if you three did have like a list of like requirements to do it, that would be really biased.
I mean, what would be on the list? I mean, obviously we wouldn't put must be Canadian in there because, I mean, 2 Canadians, right? That would be kind of stupid.
Like, you must play video games. You must have played video games. That's like the bare minimum, at least. But other than that, you're good.
Yeah. I should keep it
We should
in mind.
mention
This
is not a recruitment video.
I should keep it in mind if we ever do go for a for recruiting a 5th member. You know, make like a checklist. If you are this, and this, you're eligible.
We should also mention that this is. We should also mention this is not a recruitment video. We are completely fine with the amount of members we have right now. Don't ask.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having like a guest every now and then, but again, that's something we should discuss in private when the time comes.
Indeed. So let's just leave it at that, and come back to.
Basically, if we ever get to interviewing people, one of the primary questions would probably be, can you play video games well? And if the answer to that is yes, we tell them to get the fuck out. Because at Split Screen Squad, we don't play games well, we play games.
We just play games. All play and no work.
God, I cannot wait for the Mega Man X playthrough. I'm gonna give Ben so many reasons to get mad at me. And he'll just have to sit back and watch it.
And then I'm just gonna be.
And then every other game will make our fans realize, yes, you should have played this entire series.
No. And then I'm just there with a bucket of popcorn in my hand, just munching.
What kind of popcorn?
What the fuck do you mean? What kind of popcorn?
Well, are you more of a sweet popcorn or a salty popcorn kind of guy?
I'm butter. With salt, of course. Yeah, salt.
Okay.
AKA the correct way to eat popcorn. Don't at me.
It's been a while since I had salty popcorn. I don't know. I guess I've
never had salty butter popcorn.
I mean, butter has
Yeah,
like
look
a
at
lot
that.
of salt in it.
He's igniting it. He's igniting the engine.
Yeah, he's igniting the generator. There's 3 of them.
Right.
There's there's generators, not fucking engines. I mean, it's the same thing, but look, semantics and shit.
But yeah,
My
no,
chair is so
I guess I've always been kind of a sweet tooth, so I don't eat salty popcorn that much.
Victor, we're playing Doom, not Twisted Metal.
I know, but sweet tooth is still something people say, right?
Yeah.
I could say the Dutch word, which is zoete cow, but nobody would understand it, and they probably think that I'm talking about cows in the cow is an animal. But I'm actually talking about cow, which is the Dutch word for chew.
I mean, yeah.
Because the Dutch word for cow is koe.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if you're talking about like Sweet Tooth, you're either talking about like what you have, the character from Twisted Metal, or the comic book series from IDW, Sweet Tooth.
Right. I still need to get into Twisted Metal one of these days. Like, I'm really curious about the series. The only problem is that I feel like the only Twisted Metal we're going to get nowadays, or, well, that we would have gotten, was dependent on if Destruction All-Stars sold well. It didn't. And the only reason why I've got a copy was because it was one of the games that was bundled with the PS5 my dad bought when it was still in short supply.
The only Twisted Metal I've ever played is 4 on PS1.
There were 4 games on PS1 alone?
Yep.
Wow.
It was ridiculous, and like 2 of the 4 weren't even made by this. 1 and 2 were made by like by like a different team. I can't remember what the team is called off the top of my head, but 3 and 4 were published by 989 Studios.
Yep.
And the original devs for Twisted Metals 1 and 2 went to make Twisted Metal Black for PS2.
Wasn't it also on PSP?
Yeah, well, there is a PSP Twisted Metal game, but it wasn't.
Wait. I think the PSP version the PSP one was called Twisted Metal Head On. Right?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. But yeah, Black is strictly a PS2, strictly PS2.
Was there ever a Twisted Metal game on PS3?
I think so, but I'll have to look that up off screen. But
no, but
anyway.
basically, I've been getting into playing PS3 games again because I love playing PS3 games on my PS3. But no, I've already done that tangent in the server, which you can join down below.